This 2002 CR250, it's definitely been dropped a few times. You can tell this rad is right twisted. Today we're gonna take the oil out of the bottom end and we're gonna drain the coolant system and try and bend this rad straight. So one of the biggest problems I have with buying these used dirt bikes, well, the biggest issues are either case damage or somebody has stripped the oil plug. Now, it's always a scary thing. So I try to get these, get the oil out of them right away. Like one of the first things I do, I want to see the color of the oil. I want to see what's going on, but I'm always worried if they're stripped and I have to figure out a way to fix it. So let's see what we got here. This is the first time I've done this on this one. So we'll see. It's a 17 mil. Oh, it's way too tight. Way too tight here. Always is. Sometimes they forget to put the washer on. I don't know, I can't see, but I don't think this one has a washer on it. A little brass washer. They're there for a reason. All right, let's see. This one is coming out. It's not stripped. That's a good thing. Saves us having to tear the bottom end out if it feels good. Ooh, that oil is gray. So, you can see there's no grit in the oil. It feels really thin, but it's in not bad shape. It's just really gray and dirty. Probably hasn't been changed in a while. Doesn't smell like fuel. This right here is the water pump. And on this CR, what we do is we need to remove this screw. Now I'm not going to use a screwdriver, right? You can see it really doesn't fit. It's a little bit loose, right? The other screwdriver, the bigger one, it doesn't really fit either. And how we should remove these is with an impact driver. This one I bought, I don't know, it's a Bike Master. You don't need a Bike Master. You can buy these on Amazon, but they're not much money. I ended up buying mine from either Fort 9 here in Canada or Royal Distributing. And most likely I bought it because I needed to get above the cost of shipping. But this is the proper tool to use. You set it for tight or loosen, you put it in, and you hit it with a hammer. Yeah. So apply pressure in the direction you want to go, in our case loosen, and you just hit it. And it breaks it free. Now, this is gonna make a hell of a mess, I'm sure. They always do. It never land in the bucket, no matter how hard you try. Oh, of course. Open up our radiator cap. Oh. What did I tell you? All right, so we've got the rads off. This is the orientation. We're obviously gonna have to clean up these hoses. There's nothing wrong with these hoses. They just need a good cleaning. We'll fully restore those. Before we go to the rads, if you guys watched the carb and reed valve video, you can see that we're not changing the reed valves, and I know it's going to be some time before I put them back in the bike. So I put them in a Ziploc bag in order to make sure there's no dust or dirt gets into the reeds and causes us any problem. As far as the radiators, you can see the bend and the damage on this one pretty clearly. You know, she's got a pretty good twist to her over the length of it. Should be straight. It's obviously not. We'll deal with that. We're going to show you how to do that in just a minute. This one's also got a bit of a twist. Must have got laid down at one point, but this one's not as bad. It's pretty straight. Across from top to bottom. No real twist to it, so that's nice. That'll be an easy fix. This one, we'll see. She's got a tear. I just saw it when I got it out of there. But it's not leaking. It's only just at the bottom there. It's like it bent the clip. We're gonna try and push it back and get it back in there. We'll see what happens. So we got a little bent vise with our little soft jaws. We're gonna try and clamp this rad in there as best we can without damaging. It doesn't need to be super tight, but tight enough to hold it. That is the trick. Yeah, she's pretty tweaked. We're gonna try and just push and pull gently. It's aluminum. It's not super hard to do. Just tighten up the vise a bit. Yeah, that's bringing her back a bit. Just taking a look. She's got a bit of a boater. This part not being attached isn't helping. Just getting a look. You guys don't really get to see the right picture here. Let me just adjust. There. So she is moving. I've moved it quite a bit. That needs to be bent over. All right. The twist is gone. All right, guys. We're getting all set up. The top side of this rad is pretty good, other than this separation here, but we'll get that back together. This bottom side here, well, it's supposed to look like this, nice and flat, you know. It clearly doesn't, but we're gonna see what we can do and get it there. All right. So we're gonna put this side flat down on our block of wood. I thought I had a smaller block, but I don't right now. So we're gonna use this one. We're gonna hit this with the hammer and bend that down. Couple hits, moving, you know, go to this side. There's that. Get there. Coming along. This is just a little bit back and forth work that we're gonna have to do for a while. This actually needs to go down. We're gonna use a rubber mallet. We just want to hit it directly. Try and straighten that out a bit. Try and bend this tab. We're using the wood because we don't want to do it on the cement or on like anything hard. This way it'll absorb some of the vibration and the banging. All right, the top side and now the bottom side. Getting a lot closer. You know, we've definitely eliminated most of the twist. Some of that will come back out when we fix that. So I just used Dawn dish soap. Seems to work pretty good. And then if the parts still need more cleaning, we'll use the simple green stuff. Put a little bit in. So we've definitely got the hoses cleaned up quite a bit. They'll look pretty good once we do it finer. So this is just a soap and water. Once we put a spray on there, they'll look better than new. The hoses look great. The rads came out all right. They'll need another polish here with a Scotch-Brite pad. That's what we're gonna do now. Just to help clean these up. Scotch-Brite pad really gives it that final go over. You can already see the difference. This side's been done. A little bit of Scotch-Brite really quickly. This side hasn't. You can still see some of the grime build up. All right, so hopefully you guys were able to see that we were able to straighten this rad. It's not 100%, but it's not that bad. On assembly, it's gonna come together. It's gonna pull itself into place. We'll be able to tweak a few things, but all in all, this rad came out pretty good for what we started with. Anyway, I hope you guys liked the video and, you know, are gonna stick around and see some more. Thanks, guys. Bye.